sleep as men, women are awake. That's why it's so difficult to locate Judas is around us. And your wife will have one sniff and go like, no, danger, 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 danger. Because they were given eyes. At that moment when we were asleep, they woke up and analyzed where they came from. When Adam was created, God made him to sleep. And the Bible says, then God took a rib, of course, aside. Vision, actuality. But it was a vision, but let's use the way it is placed. So the man is asleep and God creates a woman. So the woman is standing while the man is asleep. So God creates Adam. And he said, Adam, now I want to put you to sleep. In other words, enter a vision state, a trance state. And as the man is sleeping there, God does an operation in the realm of the spirit and brings out a woman. So Eve is standing in that moment while Adam is still sleeping. It seems as if there is something in women that can make them awake when you, the husband. No, you didn't hear what I wanted to bring it back, but you're not hearing me. So every time we sleep as men, women are awake. That's why it's so difficult to locate Judas is around us. And your wife will have one sniff and go like, no, danger, 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 red zone, danger, scale him. Because they were given eyes. At that moment when we were asleep, they woke up and analyzed where they came from. To the extent that when Adam rose and woke from that sleep, he said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. And Eve never said, how do you know? She had already analyzed, this is where I'm coming from. No, you're missing this. If you don't believe me, look at the things that are found in women, predominantly in women, that men have to try and conjure to get to. For example, patience. Men are not patient. They can get in the toilet and flush and come out and wonder why they got in because they never did anything. You didn't hear what I just said. And patience makes men to lack multitasking. Although scientifically it is impossible to multitask. You are changing from one item to the other. Just the speed. The brain has no ability to multitask. But women act as though they are multitasking. And I'll give you an example. If you give a man a pan and there is a sausage and they are holding a baby, women can hold the baby, rock the baby to sleep with one hand, answer the phone and fry a sausage. If you give men the same thing, you understand? They will answer the sausage, rock the phone to sleep and fry the baby. Oh! Because women have patience in abundance. I was talking to one of my people. My relative came home and she was talking to me, and then she's saying this about this, about this, about this. Then I looked at her and said, what happened? How come you are answering back now to your husband? She said, Papa, it's after 7 months of keeping quiet. Try that with the men right in front of you. Your game will be up. Women can just keep quiet like this. Mistreated or keep quiet. Not say a thing. But inside, hey. It will take one day where she says, I'm done. You will try. You will do anything. They're done. I'm still here. Why? Patience. But patience requires wisdom. And wisdom requires love. Because love gives you patience. But you can't love without faith. And the church is built on faith. Of course, apostles and prophets, I get it, but faith is what the currency is in the realm of the spirit. So I'm trying to figure out what was in men. that when God reached in and took a woman out, he took some of our power and placed them in a woman. This is the reason why the Bible, when it's referring to patience, it says hair. When it's referring to wisdom, it says she. I knew you were not hearing me. When it's referring to love, it's in feminine format. Guess what? When it refers to the church, it's a she, not a he. And becomes dangerous because when God refers to himself, he calls himself El Shaddai. And I know your preacher told you one day before you came to this University of God, they told you that El Shaddai means the God who is more than enough. No, sir. No. It means the many-breasted one. He has breasts, and yet he is a man. I don't know if you understand. The breast one who nourishes. What does it even mean? That means God takes a feminine format. So he is both in the masculine and also in the feminine. But when he made us, he separated the feminine from us and put it as something there and said, now join hands so you can love each other, because you would need the patience in her. Now, you're missing that. I'm still in the heaven church. You would need the wisdom in her. See, there is a big difference between wisdom and intelligence. Even when we deal with wisdom, and if you come here, how many people are called Sophia who are females? Sophia is a female name, yet it is the word wisdom in the Bible. Sophia. Why? Because Sophia is put in a feminine state. Because men, it doesn't come to you naturally. It was taken from you and given to a woman, so that when you get married, you reclaim that part you never had. But we choose not to even follow it in marriage because we don't listen to the same women when they utter wisdom. So get to a point where you realize God is in two forms, feminine and masculine. Of course he's a he, but he's got feminine attributes. But when it came to a man, Genesis 5 verse number 1, this 1 to 3, this is the book of the generations of Adam. And the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. 1 to 3, male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam. Not their name Adam and Eve. So when he created Adam, he put the female inside, then separated them later, took the female outside. So your name was not Eve, it was Adam. And then Adam called Eve Eve, not God. You're missing that part. Why am I talking like this? I'm trying to say to you, for the church of God to grow, even our marriages and our links, even our cooperation in churches have to have a certain koinonia between men and women. We have to join hands together until there is a triumphant church where women are placed in their position, men are placed in their position, and you have a role to play. I have a role to play, not just men having a role to play.